I want my MTV.
This was early MTV days. She had had one or two. It was a Lucky Star was playing on very early MTV.
You've never had more fun with anyone else, and you know it.
This lady started out as a dancer, went to New York, went to Paris, worked with bands, came back as a single, and is she hot? This is Madonna!
She's fantastic. I knew she'd be a star.
She could be great. She could be a major star.
She is a star, George.
The biggest star in the universe right now as we speak. Those who love the set, the director's got all kinds of things. The director's hot. He's hip. He's here. He's going to be doing all kinds of things. He's going to change the color of the set. He's got a great idea for a blue.
Don't change anything, George.
He touches one thing, he's gone. I swear. He's history.
I want to meet her.
You got it. Anytime. Name the place. Name anywhere, any street. You got it.
Now.
We are a couple of weeks into the new year. What do you hope will happen, not only in 1984, but for the rest of your professional life? What are your dreams? What's left?
To rule the world.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Madonna.
At the time, Madonna was, while we were making the film, right, she became exploded while we were making it. She was suddenly just not
First time at the El Royale?
You have the option to stay in either California or Nevada.
Always wanted to
Craft. I moved to California a month after the riots, which was really fun.
What are you doing out here?
I got a job singing in Reno tomorrow. Don't pay nothing, but singing.
It's a little too quiet in here. It gives me the willies.
You're just too good to be true.
Sir?
Can't take my eyes off you.
We have a problem.
You'd be like heaven to
You watch me?
I only watch who they tell me to watch.
Who's they?
Management.
You think you could just take what's mine? I wouldn't come a hunt.
No, I figured you would, but I'd be ready when you did. Are you lost, Father?
Can I confess something to you? I'm not really a priest.
It's a game. It all starts with a simple choice. Would you mind opening the door?
No, I ain't gonna do that.
Which side are you on? Right, wrong, God or no God, red or black?
I've done horrible things.
So does everybody. Shit happens. Get the whiskey.
to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. I wish I were a princess.
They were both easy because both of them had never, with Madonna, again, talk about timing, because it is all about timing. You know, when we started the movie, the first scene that we shot of Desperately Seeking Susan, where she walks down she's walking down St. Mark's Place, and she gets a newspaper and she looks at it and throws it to the ground. That was like the first shot, first day of shooting. There were no police around. There was no entourage. There were no guards. By the time we finished the movie, one of the last scenes we shot with Madonna was in the Magic Club in that... 9 weeks of shooting, what happened to her Like a Virgin album came out, and she was on the cover of Rolling Stone or whatever, and it was like, we couldn't go anywhere without security, but for the first 3-4 weeks, it was just, just filming on the streets with very little. How did she get that?
What?
Get into the groove, boy, you got to prove you're to me. Get up on your feet, yeah, step to your feet, boy, what will it be? Music can be such a revelation. Dancing around, you feel the sweet sensation. We might be lovers if the rhythm's right. I hope this feeling never ends tonight.
She's a woman of mystery.
You can dance.
A woman of surprises.
What are you doing here?
A woman named Susan.
Come on.
Orion Pictures presents Desperately Seeking Susan.
Susan!
Oh my God, we all thought you were dead.
No, just in New Jersey.
Madonna is Susan. The hottest voice in rock is now the freshest face on film. Every man is desperate to have her. One woman is desperate to be her.
Everybody I know is desperate except you.
I'm desperate.
You?
But someone is desperate to kill her.
Killed?
Come on.
Dead?
If he can figure out who she is.
I'm not Susan.
I don't believe it.
I'm a housewife and I live in Fort Lee, New Jersey.
You never stop, do you?
Starring Rosanna Arquette as Roberta.
You know, Garrett, between you and me, what do you really know about Roberta?
She doesn't even like sex that much. It's impossible.
She'll love it.
You can dance.
And Madonna as Susan.
No more dead bodies, okay?
I'll see what I can do.
Bye-bye, Bruce. It was fun, huh?
Maybe you were the killer.
You were with this guy?
Come on.
I was breathing when I left.
Get into the groove, boy, you got to prove you're to me. Yeah. Get up on your feet, yeah, step to the beat, boy, what will it be?
Got a quarter? Wanna play?
Desperately Seeking Susan. A life so crazy it takes 2 women to live.
The title of the movie is Desperately Seeking Susan, and I'm Susan. I play a very free-spirited, adventurous femme fatale who basically is irresponsible and spends most of her time living off of other people's good graces and charming everyone and breaking people's hearts and causing lots of trouble. But everyone likes her because she represents fun and adventure.
And so Madonna, a musical superstar, has established a second career in film.
You know, I could get used to a place like this. Got any pie?
Sona thing. There was something. She had done one small part in a movie. I knew she wanted to be in movies because she was in a movie called Vision Quest.
Touch me once and you know it's true. I never wanted anyone like this. It's so brand new.
How to be your own best friend. I'm okay, you're okay? Dr. Ruth's Guide to Good Sex. These Roberta's too?
I didn't know she read this stuff.
You know, Garrett, between you and me, what do you really know about Roberta?
I've been working on getting to where I am right now for years and years and years. It didn't just happen overnight for me. I ultimately wanted to do film. That was my ultimate goal, but I plan to continue a career in music as well. And
Don't you think you ought to wait for Roberta before you start taking her clothes?
She owes me a coat.
Where she played the band. She was in the band, so that was, she hadn't really acted in anything.
The difference between starring in music videos and starring in feature films.
there's all the same complications in waiting around with setting up lights and, location work and waiting and doing take after take. It's all the same, except that in a video you keep the film is in the confines. It's kept within the confines of a 3.5-minute pop song. So it's kind of like doing a silent movie.
Madonna seems willing to make the necessary sacrifices for music and film stardom.
I don't think about it too much. I know what you're going to say, but that's the price you pay for success, and that's what being commercial is all about. You know?
And you can dance.
I didn't say I wanted to buy one.
Right. Sorry.
You know, I could get used to a place like this. Got any pot?
Pot, usually I keep some around, but right now I'm out. You know how it is.
How about a match?
Right. Not for real.
Look, I know this isn't gonna make any sense. Stop global warming? I feel like I'm losing my mind.
You sneaky little biatch.
Happy birthday. I've already lived through this day. He's gonna kill me tonight.
Friday nights this summer. Take a trip to Chiller's Summer Gap.
How's it hanging, Phil?
Our campiest movie.
Witches! Yeah?
In a Chiller triple feature.
It's showtime.
That elevator's haunted.
Starting at 8 p.m. Eastern.
My cousin Andrew, if I want your opinion, I'll beat it out of you.
Chiller's Summer Gap. Friday starting at 8 p.m. Eastern.
I'm cold.
It's not cold. Just come to me. I'll keep you warm, I promise.
Fine.
I mean, at the time, Madonna was, while we were making the film, right, she became exploded while we were making it. She was suddenly just not, she was this disco. Right?
You shared the costume, you shared the jacket. And in the first week, the cops who were hanging around the set were all like, Rosanna, wow. Oh. And by week 4, it was like, who's that girl? Oh my God, who's that girl?
I gotta have him, man. $65.
That is the price.
Get it.
I like the jacket.
Used to belong to Jimi Hendrix.
Was concerned about getting the movie out quickly because they were nervous that Madonna was going to be a flash in the pan. April or May release and is opposed to October because this is 85. And Michael was in New York.
We had the screen test. They didn't want Madonna. They did not. The studio didn't want Madonna. We had the screen test. And I remember they wouldn't give us any money to screen test. So we said,
Ellen Barton almost did, right?
well, they wanted Ellen.
I saw Lucky Star movie,
Right.
and I didn't know who she was, and then.
M の現象は君を惑わす。
Madonna once said she and MTV grew up together, and any trip to our tape library proves it.
I want my MTV. When I first came to New York, I was a dancer, and a French record label offered me a recording contract, and I had to go to Paris to do it. So I went there, and that's how I really got in the music business, but I didn't like what I was doing when I got there, so I left, and I never did a record there.
You're real influenced by fashion. Fashion is important to you.
Hit it!
What does boy toy mean to you?
It's my tag name.
It's
what I write up on walls.
Come on, come on, come on.
Well, I knew the second video would do really well. I know it's really good. So I had faith in it already, but I'm glad that it is doing as well as it's doing.
What's it been like working with Niall?
Really great. He's a genius. I have to say it.
A new record now with Nile Rodgers, huh?
Right, I just finished it.
Oh, it's completed?
Yeah, it's done.
Oh, great. When is it going to be out?
It'll be out in June. As soon as Borderline fizzles out.
You've never had more fun with anyone else, and you know it.
Now that I'm successful, I have a million more things to worry about. Before, I was just basically interested in my survival, like what I was going to eat and what I was going to wear when it got cold outside and where I was going to live. But now I have to worry about who's ripping me off. Yeah, Borderline's doing really well. You know, it's something that's applicable to what's happening in the world today. It's an expression, it's being honest with your audience, stuff like that.
Ladies with an attitude, fellas, we're in the mood. Don't just stand there, let's get to it. Strike a pose, there's nothing to it.
Gary, is that? Can't be.
Hey, I'm really enjoying this. It's a great trick.
But she lived down the street from me. She used to live on Broome Street.
Susan? Roberta?
I don't believe it.
And through people that I knew in the music industry, from, just downtown music people, I had heard of her, I knew about her. She came in to audition and...
You understand.
So, I could see that there was something there. She had a great quality.
Right, sorry.
But she had to do a screen test. She wasn't, the studio guy had the studio out in LA, didn't know about her, never even heard about her. Other people that we were casting for that part at the time were people like Melanie Griffith. The world. It's the beginning of a long career.
Hey, not under the ladder.
Kelly McGillis.
Wow.
My luck can't get much worse anyway. Miserable scumbag.
Madonna.
When
I
were you selected?
I was named Madonna at birth. It's my mother's name. My real name.
Really?
Say play.
I can just get that personality, that thing, that X factor, onto the celluloid.
Look, we're both free now. Let's just go to the movies. for the movie if you pay for the popcorn.
Okay, but listen, how much is popcorn?
$2.50.
Do you have any plans on Friday night?
Well, do you plan everything?
Always. Want to spend the night with Julia Roberts?
Let's watch old movies all night. We'll just veg out in front of the TV.
WK's got the movie that made her a star.
End of the original script, Richard's character threw my character out of the car, threw the money on top of her, and drove away, and the credits rolled.
How can you say no to a face like that? Pretty Woman. Friday at 7.
I can do anything I want to, baby. I ain't lost.